Hey friends, tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about the pros and cons of having a hobby. So I've been working for the past couple of weeks on a few quilts. I'm passionate about quilting. I'm sorry, my laundry's going, so it's a little loud. I'll move into the other room. So I really enjoy quilting, and that is a big hobby for me. I've not always had that hobby. I actually really just tested it when my aunt first introduced me into quilting. So that is a pro and a con. So you might not be interested in your hobbies when you first get introduced to them, but the pro is you can learn to love them. I love quilting. I love sitting down at night and cutting out puzzle pieces of fabric and sewing them together. It's a huge rewarding process for me, and that is a big pro. A lot of hobbies turn into something that you feel very rewarding and feel like you have a purpose. For me, hobbies don't always happen 24/7, like your job that you go to work every day, or if you're a stay-at-home mom like me, that is what you do, and it's wonderful, and you can find a lot of rewarding things from it, but it is not a hobby. So hobbies are something that you are able to set time apart and enjoy. So usually at night when my kids go down, I get really excited because I can spend a little bit of time doing the things that I enjoy as hobbies. A con for a hobby is it can be expensive. For me, quilting can be way more expensive to make a quilt than to buy a quilt already made. And that can be frustrating. If you're into woodworking, that can be expensive, or skiing or snowboarding. There's so many hobbies that can be extremely expensive, but there are also some that aren't. Like baking isn't necessarily a super expensive hobby. But I guess a con for baking as a hobby could be you're gaining weight, or you don't have people to share your food with, so you end up eating it all, and that can be unhealthy. So again, each hobby has a pro and con, but hobbies in general have pros and cons. Something I've noticed is if I get really passionate about a hobby, sometimes it distracts me throughout the rest of the day. So that can be a con because I'm neglecting things that I should be focused on besides my hobby at that moment. So those are a few pros and cons for having a hobby. I think overall, a pro is that your mental health will increase. I think the more time you have spending to create, either building your personality or creating other things, you're going to feel better about yourself and the world around you. And so that is ultimately a pro. It makes you feel a lot better about life. So I think that's the biggest pro for me. Anyways, there's a few pros and cons. Check out our website, prosandcons.com, for more pros and cons. As well as if you like what is in this video, there are more pros and cons about hobbies on our website at prosandcons.com. And I will post the link to this exact article in the description. I hope you're having a good night. Let us know if you want to add or subtract to our pros and cons on our website. Thanks.